All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call law, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, KAKADASH, double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim, continue to preach his truth, and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, this is from the Daily HALAL, however you pronounce it. This is for, it says, news and insight for the digital economy, and it's a pretty credible source, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's I think it's a Jake woman that was into that kind of stuff, into that kind of world, digital economy, and basically what it's about. If I'm not mistaken, her and a couple of her colleagues, but I want to say it was a Jake woman. But anywho, so these people, they having they be having good articles on basically things as far as digital economy, digital currency news, things of that nature. So this, as you can see in the title, says, J.P. Morgan Chase customers' deposits go missing. Bank says it has no idea where money went. Now, this is from, as you can see, this is from February 2nd, which was, 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago? Now, I believe the second was Friday, this past Friday. So it said J.P. Morgan Chase customers' deposits go missing. So that means that they put money into it, and now that has gone missing. So it means that it's money that they deposited on Friday, because February 2nd, or whatever day this report is, all the data is gathered, they reported on it February 2nd, which was Friday. And it says that their deposits go missing. So let's get into this article. So it says customers at a J.P. Morgan Chase branch say deposits aren't showing up in their accounts, and the bank has been reluctant to address the issue. So it says the bank has been reluctant to address the issue, to where basically they're not giving them no kind of they're just not giving no understanding, no what's going on. I guess they're not giving no clarity. So let's continue, because I just came across this article today. A brother posted it on social media, and I went and Googled it, and this came up. They actually just posted the screenshot. So this is the article. So it says, Carla Garling, a small business owner, says that despite having a deposit slip, her local Chase branch hasn't confirmed a $13,478 deposit to her account, reports KFOR Oklahoma News 4. So in Oklahoma, so this lady was in Oklahoma, I presume. So it says $13,000 $13,500 account deposit has not been confirmed yet. And it says, since Chase won't get back to her, Garling is now facing financial burdens, including the need to pay her employees without the much needed money. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to be kind about it, but I got bills to pay that are going to come out of automatic draft out of my business account. For a small business like mine, it can become detrimental very quickly. So she's basically saying that due to the issue with the Chase Bank, had they're not addressing it with a certain kind of hastefulness, it's gonna put her in a rut. It's gonna put her in a certain situation financially. So if it's just her, if she's one person, how many other people? It's because it said customers. So it says, customers, so that's plural. So that's one $13,500 deposit. Somebody else could have had a $20,000 some deposit. So continuing on. It says employees at Chase reportedly told Garland that they didn't know when or if she would receive her money. What? After being contacted by Oklahoma News 4, Chase reportedly appeared to become more motivated to help out Garland. So the news got to him, and it made them more reluctant to reach back out to her. So she went to the, she went to the press. So it says the small business hour said that the hours after being probed by the media outlet, so after the media came to her a few hours later, Chase told her that they promised to credit her account with the missing deposit. Another person who experienced similar issues with the same Chase branch was reimbursed for his troubles. So now what they saying? You gotta go to the news outlet. So what? Will people gonna start going to the news more? Is there gonna be more issues like this? Because there was an issue with Chase Bank in Japan not too long ago, where they were saying that there was a wire transfer that went a little faulty. I think it was something of that nature. It was like millions, maybe even billions of dollars. So this all goes to that CBDC stuff. They're trying to make everything digital. People are carrying around less cash. And basically, if she would have went to the news, how much longer would it have been till they got back to her with her deposit? Her and other people, but so it says Chase has been the subject of multiple reports alleging that the bank shut down accounts without clear reasoning or explanation. Last summer, Republican attorneys general in 19 states accused J.P. Morgan of routinely discriminating against its own clients and closing bank accounts without warning based on religious and political biases. So remember, this is J.P. Morgan, Chase Bank, one of the top banks, if not the top bank, number one, the top bank in the banking industry and whatnot. And that's how they moving. So what about these other banks? How are these other banks moving? And it said because they shut down accounts based off religious and political biases. So you call them people's bank accounts for their money because of their religious or their political beliefs? Are you kidding me? And think about what that says for like this system in this country. So basically saying like, yo, like you got to deal with like this snake ass industry of motherfucking bankers. But at the end of the day, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI got their number, and he's watching all of this. And I guess that was all the article? Yeah, that was all the article. So look, it said their deposits go missing. What we got? Hold up. What was I in? Hold up. What I want to say? I guess we could rock with that real quick. We go to Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1, and it reads, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievances which they have prescribed." Now, I don't know what the issue was and what happened with these deposits, but obviously there was something that happened that to where like, if she wouldn't have reached out to the media, like how long would it have been till like she had got the situation rectified? And like the article said, Chase has been the subject, the topic of a lot of issues lately. Like you already got to put this into a like. Remember that's Amalek. Remember Amalek owns the banks. They own all. This is their kingdom. Remember the kingdom that they set up was the financial ruling over it. The financial ruling over the earth. They took control of the money. But they made a system, but now that their system is flawed, and their system has always been flawed, obviously because it's not in righteousness. Now it's starting to bite them back in the ass. Now people are starting to be like, yo, listen, like, yo, like what's up? What are y'all doing? Because people are now understanding like who runs it, who's at fault, who's at the top, who is at the top of this. Because it's not just, you can't just say the human race is responsible for all these things. Who is at the top of the human race? Who is ruling in the human race? Who is ruling the earth? Whose word goes? Who can't you speak against? Who controls the financial world? Who controls who controls the money system? Who controls how things go financially, and who owns all the property? Who owns all the land? Who owns all the businesses, and who runs the banking industry? Amalek. And who is Amalek? Esau Edom, the nation of Esau Edom. Speaking of which, just for kicks, let's go to the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, the only chapter. It says the vision, this is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH concerning Edom. So concerning Edom is concerning who? Esau Edom, the so-called white people, the Caucasians. Those are the elites. The elites of Esau Edom are Amalek, and Amalek is kin of Esau Edom, the grandson to be exact. Amalek was Esau's grandson. Okay? And Amalek was the tribe of Esau that for one, when we came out of Egypt, back in the time of Moses, when we came out of Egypt, they were the first ones to really fuck with us. And fast forward to now in slavery, when we came over here to America, who were the ones that brought us over in the ships? Who the ones that did that? Who the ones that had control of the bread already? Because remember, Esau, Edom already had control of the Roman Empire. Remember, America is the last leg of the Roman Empire, and they also took control of our land, the Holy Land. That's where Amalek went. They're the ones that seized Jerusalem in 70 AD. The Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, what have you. It's all Esau, Edom, and Amalek. Amalek is at the top. Amalek is like who Judah is to Israel. That's who Amalek is to Edom. Amalek is the top tribe of the Esau, Edom. And it says, verse 2, it says, behold, oh, no, excuse me. It says, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. What's happening right now? Who's in the midst of the battle right now? Esau, Edom. Starting with who? The small hats and the daughter of Babylon, America. They're at the forefront of all the war right now, and America has always been the forefront of it, and mostly every war. Any kind of issue, any kind of world matters, any kind of America got shit going on within the American soil, on American soil, amongst American citizens, and between American government and amongst the world. America's always got their fucking nose in everybody's business. Saying, yeah, we want to do this, or we want to do this, and you're going to do this, because we could do this. And they've been calling the shots. And now it's showing who really calls the shots now, because now the small hats have taken it. Now they have taken all of America's resources and all America's attention is helping them. And and now you have these American Edomites. They're mad at that because now it's like, yo, so why are we spending all their money to help them if they own everything anyway? They're the ones that, you know what I'm saying? They're the ones that's okay. So you had the issue happen on October 7th. Cool. You've recompensed them immensely. The death toll contrast is wild. But anyway, it says, verse 2, it says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised, and thou art greatly despised indeed, man. The whole world despises you, even amongst other Edomite countries. But America and the small hats, y'all the ones that are doing y'all are ones that are doing the thing that everyone in the world says is wrong. They want you to stop. Stop funding them, America. That's what the whole world is saying. And it is, you got them saying, yeah, we want to stop, but yeah, we want to make sure we rid all of the land of these T groups. They call them T groups. But how are you going to do that? How are you going to really know that the goal is accomplished? How are you going to know that mission is accomplished? That's why the Lord said, what? I shall have war with Amalek from generation to generation. This is not going to stop. So you very well are going to see World War III in our lifetime, just as well as we're speaking right now. So verse 3 says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. And it says, thy heart has deceived thee. Because remember, you got those people in our land right now, those small hats, that they're like all in disarray right now. And they're all confused and they never thought that like they would ever have this kind of issue happen to them. They never thought that their safety was going to be in such jeopardy. They never thought that nobody would ever do anything to them in that nature. Because to their knowledge, that they think themselves to be the chosen people of the Most High, the Creator. But the true name of the Creator, Yahawah, and His Son Yahawashi, is not chosen them. That's Amalek. Those are the ones that He hates. And if they're in that land right now, and the nations are still learning war, and the nations are still going to war, that means that those aren't the people. And they're the ones going to war at that. They're the ones that were attacked first. The Lord, when we get in the kingdom, when we get in our kingdom, when we get back in that land, it's not going to be nobody attacking us. We're not going to have to worry about our safety. It said that our children are going to wander off and not have to worry about no kind of threat of danger, no being kidnapped, no kind of like these pedos. Ain't going to be none of those worries. So it said, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, these tall ass skyscrapers, okay? These tall ass buildings. And that's in America first and foremost, but that's also their nature. They was in the rocks, they was in the mountains. That's what it was pushed up in. And then it was brought out to serve a purpose, and that was to enslave us and to punish us. But but it says what? The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Now, O daughter of Edom, the cup shall pass through unto thee. For what you did what? To us. You see how that works? And it says that saith in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's who's going to bring you down to the ground. Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. He's going to bring you down to the ground, and he's bringing you down as we speak. Because you're not going to come up from this. You're not going to somehow get back up into the top glory of how it was when you was like first coming up and owning, getting control of the financial industry and enslaving us and all that. Nah, those days is over, man. Those are the days that's behind you. Now you have to look ahead. Yeah, ahead. What's ahead? And as right now, all you see right now ahead of you is war. And true, but you haven't even gone to war with the Lord yet. You still going to war with just Ishmael. Verse 4 says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and the eagle, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, exalts himself as what? The eagle, the American eagle. The eagle. You can't tell, yo, there's the meme. They got the meme of the coins from Rome, from the Greece, and America. They all got the eagle on it. The eagle, because the eagle flies the highest. That's the most opposing bird in the air. The eagle. Excuse me. And we jump down to verse 6. It reads. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?" Verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. And that's now coming to your end. Because now that you're coming to your end, this is how the Lord is going to do it. The Lord is going to have all these other heathens. Remember, the Lord said he made you small among the heathen. So in the midst of you losing your kingdom, you're being brought very low as amongst the heathen category. And henceforth, and that's why America's being looked at as a joke now. Everybody hates the small hats. Everybody's hating Amalek right now. So like you already see where this is going, where the direction this is going. Whew, verse 8. No, this is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 8. So call all Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. It says, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? So Esau, Edom, man, now all your dirt is being exposed, all your lies, all your deceit. You thought you just had this sewed up, right? You thought you just going to rule over the children of Israel forever? You thought the Lord was dealing with you thought the Lord was dealing with you? He thought just because, the Lord allow him to enslave us and allow him to do these things to us and allow him to do his things in the earth, that you will altogether go unpunished? Remember, he said he hated you, but you still had to serve a purpose. So it says, verse 9, it says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Now, this is in the Holy Bible. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Thou shalt be cut off forever. For what? When did that happen for you to get in that land? Who was Esau that did that to you? And then was cut off by violence for doing it to you. And then you were in that land. No. You're Esau. You're Edom. Hold up. Let's see something. Let's see something. I'll go to the NLT real quick. So if you go to Obadiah, hold up. If you go to Obadiah, hold up, where was that? Reading 9, right? So verse 9, it says, the mightiest warriors of Teman will be terrified, and everyone on the mountains of Edom will be cut down in the slaughter. So when did that happen? That never happened in history. That's not documented. To where the whole nation of Edom was cut off by slaughter for their violence against Jacob, their brother. Because these devils are still having violence against Jacob. You still got cops assaulting Jake, killing Jake. You still got the financial oppressing, you know what I'm saying, the having to go to our enemy for the one of all things. You still have all that happening. Still having to pay these devils to cost of living and all that. We're still paying them. And it says, reasons for Edom's punishment. It says, verse 10 of Obadiah chapter 1, it says, because of the violence you did to your close relatives in Israel, you will be filled with shame and destroyed forever. You will be destroyed forever. So so you gotta think about this though. So if that's the people that's the people in that land right now, so who were the Edomites that did that and were cut off by slaughter? When did that happen? And then ultimately, if that happened, that means also too, the nations didn't learn no war. The nations shall learn war no more. That never happened either. You have war happen on as we speak. So I'm gonna go back to the King James. Verse 11, it says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners enter into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. So in the time of the Babylonians, and in the time of all these captivities, you had Esau that lurked in the mist. And he got his little 1-2s against us, on us, in the time of our captivity. That's what the Lord said, and you were as one of them. It said, even thou was as one of them. You were as one of the other heathen when it was oppressing us and we was under them. You was around in the time of the Egyptians. You was around in the time of the Philistines, the Babylonians, the Persians, the Assyrians. Esau, you was always there. And you was always a bastard-ass motherfucker. But now at this last state, you had actual dominion. You had rulership over the earth. Job 9:24 took place. That was through you. You fit that bill. You fit that scripture. Job 9:24. Verse 12, and it reads, it says, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother and the day of that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. And at this time in America, you the one that did it personally, physically. You were the ones. You the ones that what? It said what? Rejoice over the children of Judah. You laughed. The lynchings, the whippings, the mutilations, setting things on fire. The oppressive, the oppressing, man. All what you did on the soil that we on presently in 2024 in the land of America, you did that. So the book of Obadiah has not been carried out yet. But it's slowly, not even slowly, but it's surely coming. It said, thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Because a brother just told me about the story in America. This was in America where Jake, he had land, and you had these devils come around talking about like, yo, basically, yo, we want this land, we want to take this land. And he was like, nah, long story short, they came back, they took him, they beat the shit out of him, killed him, whatever, and whatnot. So they did that to him. They came back and told the family to leave, and they took the land, basically. So how often you think that happened? And then what it said, I think my brother told me that they went to the court for it. Like one of the guys went to court, but he was totally acquitted. So no one got in trouble for it. And they beat him bad, and they didn't kill them. They took this man out of his home, and his family, his wife and his family saw it. I think my brother said it was in Mississippi. I think it said it was in Mississippi, Alabama, somewhere in the South. That all ties into this right here. You lay hand on their substance. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. And you took it. And then you went as far as to say that you're the actual Jays. You went and go off to say that you're Judah. It says, verse 14, it says, neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress in the time of the Babylonians. That's what in this time was. In the time of the Babylonians. But now all you heathens are all getting wrapped up in one final judgment. One final judgment. Verse 15, it says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. So it says upon all the heathen. It is near the day of the Lord. And that's it's all leading up to that. That's why the Lord got all you nations gathering yourselves together for that great day and gathering all your weapons of war, being your plowshares and the swords. It says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So all you heathens, and what's going to return upon thine own head? Oppression, affliction, captivity. And who's going to be willing to do it? The nation of Israel. The people that the Lord is getting on Esau, Edom for doing that very thing to in this book of Obadiah. And he said, now that thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Verse 16, it says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. That's to you heathens, man. So it's going to be as though you had not been over us. Because when Yahawashi returns, he's going to give us the power, and he's going to put you in subjection under him, and we're going to be under him, but over you. Verse 17, it says, so this is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 17. Now listen carefully. So it says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Now we got to go back to that land. But the Lord is rooting them out as we speak. Because as those spirits go, as those spirits, pass, as those spirits leave bodies over there, as more and more war and carnage happens, that's more and more Amalek, that's more and more Ishmael out the way. And whatever other heathens is there, because remember, the war started, it's not going to stop. So it says, verse 18, it says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. But the Lord keys in on Esau, but he also said all the heathen are going to be judged though. But it said it should be no more in the remaining house of Esau. So that means the house of Esau, Edom, is going to be completely destroyed, extinct. It says any remaining of the house of Esau. It didn't say that about the other nations. It said, yes, it said the heathen shall drink that judgment. They're going to drink that judgment of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. But it said, Esau, the house of Esau shall no more remain. Verse 19, it says, and they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain of the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Galilee. Now, Israel, we're going to get it all back. When we go back to the east, we're going to gather all the land is going to be under Israel. Even the heathen that's in the land, their own land, they still going to be under us. They're going to worship us. Thus saith Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, we're going to get the rulership back. Verse 20, and it says, and the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, you Hamites, you so-called Africans, even unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in the Sepharad, shall possess the cities of the south. And Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. That's going to be under Yahawashi. This is coming soon to the earth, the whole earth. I can't even say to a city near you. It's coming to the whole earth. Everybody's going to feel it. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM KAKADASH. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom.